Hello, I'm Amit, and welcome to Heartwarming Fables, where every story touches your soul and leaves you with a smile. Mom, what has happened to you? Ever since I returned after completing my medical degree, your attitude has completely changed. You keep asking me about my choices, whereas you always imposed your decisions on me. Vivek questioned. As a child, I loved orange ice cream, slushies, kulfi, tangy snacks, and spicy chips. Whenever the ice cream vendor came to our neighborhood, all the kids would buy orange ice cream, but I could only watch. You would make homemade milk or mango ice cream instead. You made chips, papad, and crispy snacks at home and only allowed me to eat those. Sometimes I would get really angry, but the values you instilled in me never let me express my frustration. I would just suppress my desires. Shantaji sighed. When you were little, you used to get infections easily from outside food. The doctor had strictly forbidden spicy, sour, and cold foods for you. Every time you felt sick, I would be overwhelmed with worry. After losing your father, a deep fear took root in my heart. If anything happened to you, I couldn't bear the thought of losing you too. That's why I kept you away from harmful foods. Fine, I understand that, Vivek admitted. But why did you always control who I befriended? Even my choice of subjects was dictated by you. I simply wanted to fulfill a promise I made to your father. Shantaji explained. He wanted you to become a doctor, so I made sure you studied biology. Also, if you had been surrounded by too many friends and spent all your time playing, your studies would have suffered. That's why I encouraged you to befriend boys who were focused on academics, but I never deprived you of fun. I played indoor games with you at home and never stopped you from participating in sports at school. All right, forget that. But tell me this. Why were you so strict with me, despite me being your only child? At home, I had to follow strict discipline. I wasn't allowed to leave things lying around. You made sure I did all my chores myself. I didn't want my love to spoil you, Shantaji confessed. I knew you would have to leave home for coaching one day, so I taught you discipline and household chores. I wanted you to adjust easily when you lived alone. My heart wanted to do everything for you, but I steeled myself and held back. I didn't want anything to interfere with your path to becoming a doctor. Mom, honestly, because of the way you raised me, I had no trouble adjusting when I left for coaching. I saw other kids who had never done anything by themselves struggle terribly. Some even quit coaching halfway. One boy couldn't handle the pressure of studies, and being away from home, he took his own life. His parents were devastated when they arrived. The sight of their grief was heartbreaking. He was their only son. Shantaji's face darkened. That is truly tragic. If only he had spoken to his parents, they would have found a solution. Parents are never their child's enemy, they are their well wishers. That boy may have died, but his parents will live in sorrow, blaming themselves for the rest of their lives. They only sent him away to secure his future, and now their future is shattered. She paused, then continued. When you left for coaching, the house felt empty without you. I had no appetite, no interest in anything. But whenever we spoke, I pretended as if your absence didn't affect me. I didn't want you to leave your coaching midway because of me. I forced myself to be strong. Tears welled up in Vivek's eyes. Mom, I completely misunderstood you. When I saw my friends' mothers showering them with love, I always felt that you were different. But now I realize you weren't strict because you didn't love me. You were strict because you loved me. You sacrificed your own desires to build my future. If you hadn't told me all this today, I would have never known the truth. I don't know if my methods were right or wrong, Shantaji admitted. But I did what I believed was best for you. I controlled your desires so you wouldn't get distracted from your goal. But now, my job is done. You're independent, you can distinguish right from wrong. From now on, You are free to make your own decisions. She smiled and added, and by the way, stop keeping Nima waiting. Say yes to her for marriage already. Don't keep her hanging just because you think I should make this decision for you too. Vivek was shocked. Mom, how do you know about Nima? Shantaji smirked. I'm your mother. I know everything. Also, it just so happens that Nima is my friend's daughter. She told me about it. Vivek couldn't believe his ears. He had never felt this happy not, even when he became a doctor. He was getting the love of his life. But more importantly, he had truly found his mother. Overcome with emotion, he rushed into her arms. This time, Shantaji didn't hold back. She embraced him with all the love she had suppressed for years. Just then, Vivek's phone rang. It was Nima. He signaled his mother to stay quiet and picked up the call. Yes, Nima, what's up? Did you talk to your mom about our marriage? What did she say? Nima asked eagerly. Why would I? My mom had already decided it for me. Now I have no choice but to obey her and marry you. What? No, Vivek, please convince her. I can't imagine my life without you. I'd rather die than live without you. Nima panicked. Hearing her desperation, Vivek decided to tease her. Well, I guess this is where our story ends. I'm already preparing to lead a wedding procession to someone else's house. But if you want, you can come along. Before Nima could panic further, Shantaji grabbed the phone. Enough teasing my future daughter-in-law. Vivek, if you trouble her more, I'll take back the freedom I just gave you, she scolded. She then spoke to Nima. Until today, Vivek's reins were in my hands. Now, I'm handing them over to you. I trust you to take good care of him. Hearing this, Nima was speechless with joy. Shantaji smiled and handed the phone back to Vivek. Now call the priest. We need to fix a wedding date. Nima overheard this and excitedly told Vivek, make sure to bribe the priest in advance so he doesn't create any issues with horoscope matching. Vivek laughed. Our hearts have already matched. Who needs horoscopes? Still, hurry up and call him. All right, but you need to hang up first. Okay, but as soon as the date is set, let me know. Every second of waiting feels like an eternity. As soon as Nima hung up, Vivek dialed the priest with a smile, already dreaming of a beautiful life with her. Meanwhile, Shantaji, too, smiled imagining the joy of welcoming her daughter-in-law and, one day, the happiness of being a grandmother.